Hello, everybody. I'm Bobby, and my buddies and I do a channel on YouTube called Gear Splaining, little hyphen, gear hyphen splaining, and we do a variety of topics. It's all music all the time. A lot of what I like to do is try out new products the moment they launch and sort out the good, the bad, and the ugly. I don't have 12,000 followers on YouTube, so you probably haven't ever heard of me. That's okay. I talk a lot, and I'm a little bit animated, talk with my hands. If that offends you, log into somebody else's channel. If it doesn't, stick around for a minute, and we're going to talk about the new Akai Force. Just landed today, February 5th. All right, hang tight. We're going to unbox it right now. Boop. And then we would do cut, and then we would go, okay, enough of looking at my mug. I think what you guys really care about today is probably the Akai Force, which is just landed February 5th today, thanks to these guys, DJ Tech Tools. You should take their stickers and turn them into tattoos and put them, maybe not there, no. Maybe they make good like forearm tats. What do you guys think? Forearm tats. Okay, cool. Anyway, thanks to DJ Tech Tools for getting this product in my hands on the 5th. How cool is that? And I live in the mountains in the middle of nowhere, so way to go, guys. Okay, the Force. Here it is. It's a big box. Here's the forearm and hand of a 6-foot-tall human. Pretty damn long. Looks good. Again, the whole idea here is just kind of first impressions, right? So standard, get your quick start guide. The box is, the unit's packed solid. Not unlike the MPC Live. Here's your standard power cord. You got a blue USB in true Denon Akai MPC in music form. 3 of the MPC adapters to go from 5 DIN to the back of the Force, which is super sweet if you ask me. And here is probably a litany of adapters. Oh, just the power block. Cool. So here's the power block, and that's everything you need. We don't need that. We don't need that. Throw it on the floor. Get rid of this. Here's the unit. Oh, okay. See that bicep? I'm not saying I have a big one. I'm saying it's flexing. This thing's heavy. I couldn't tell you precisely what the unit weighs, but I can tell you that its packed weight is usually on the label, and it is not. So cool. Cut. Anyway, I don't know how heavy this thing is, but it feels like it's 10 or 14 pounds, give or take. Maybe 8 to 12. Stand by 2 seconds. What I'm going to do is a bit of magic here. I'm actually going to turn this pile into a fully connected piece of hardware. Stand by. So here's a comparison of the size. Here's the Akai Force. Boom. Here's the APC, or the Ableton Push, rather, Push 2. Boom. If you were to stack them, the Push is wider. Let's line them up at their rows over here. Boop. That looks about level. Yeah, the Push is an inch wider for sure. The Force is a couple inches deeper, rather. So it moved the dimensions around. I'm not going to speak to their overall total square inch base, but the Push is a little wider. The Force is a little bit deeper. In terms of height, let me flip this around so you can see this. The Ableton Push is a whole lot thinner. If that's clear, here's my finger going down. There's a little bit of a ridge there, but over here where the screen lays in, it's definitely, a notch, half inch deep. So there is your comparison. I'm going to put the Push back on the desk. Let's cover a few things. Packaging, solid, standard, Akai, MPC, Denon, sort of in-music packaging. Solid, just as good as anybody else's. In terms of the box, the pads, let's look at the box. The pads feel great. Ooh, the knobs, they have more tension. So have you noticed on the machine controllers that perhaps Native Instruments on the bed of knobs, there's a bit of a, almost a sine wave in terms of tension, and some of them are a little more snug and some of them have a little less resistance, and they kind of, rarely you get one that doesn't do that. For the most part, I found that they do have a bit of a tension difference across the keys, or rather across the row. If you imagine that not quite the tightest, most tense knob on the machine controller, somewhere like the 70% most tense knob on the machine controller, that's how these feel. So they're nice and tight. Difference being that they're all the same tension all the way across the board. They don't have any difference. This big ass knob up here, this thing is great. It's just like the MPC Live MPC X knob. Sweet master volume right here. I'm going to talk about the rest of these menus once the power is on. The crossfader feels like, you know, a reasonable crossfader. It's cool we have one. It's a little nicer maybe than the one on the APC40. We'll talk about screens once it's powered on. And what I can tell you now is looking over here, let's get super close. Damn, I'm not good at this. All these bad boys, your double length quantized clear automation, they're nice like push pads. They're not click pads. There's your scene launch. The buttons over here are they're a little slim. There's a lot going on over here. There's like 16 little pads, like click, 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 click. That's 4 buttons in a row, which may be better if you saw it. Like there's a lot going on right there, but it looks good. So, ooh, there it is. Force, push, push, force. We say we get this thing powered up. So I have one power cord connected. Hey, so I sent this guy into the shed and I was like, bro, can you go get me a power cord? And he came back with a fucking Journey album. Anyway. Testing. Okay, so what I've done is I've opened a session in Ableton, and I've plugged this into my sound card. 2 cables, audio 1/4 inch, and a power cord. Not to be confused with a power ballad for all of you serious people out there. Come on, focus on my force. There we go. Come on. I'll have to ask my friends who are smarter than me how to make this camera focus. Okay, she's booting up. Here we go. There it is. So let's see what we got here. We have some house, some other house, some more house. There's some other house. There's some tech house. Let's try that. Load a project. It seems a bit like the MPC Live in terms of the process here, the screen, the interface. On the front here, I've got a Q mix, double headphones, SD card. The knobs feel really, really good. Ooh,